I go with my normal face. Yeah, I blend right in with my normal face, bitch. Yeah, the world is looking like a cartoon to me. Got a look on my face like nothing is news to me. I can put on a performance if I end up in the formal place. It's just me with my normal face.
Yeah, what's good with y'all, man? It's Hiway. Welcome. Sharing another crazy story with you. This one is the time when Layzie of Bone Thugs and Harmony barbecued at my backyard, at my house. So yeah, let's jump into it, man. When I was 14 years old, freshman in high school, hip hop is everything to me at this point. I'm all in. I've been starting to write and maybe like make a couple beats and shit, make a couple recordings at this time. If you didn't hear before, my dad worked for this radio station called The Party, and they would bring fucking big name rappers to Humboldt to perform. So they got Layzie to come up to perform, and he did something like at the brewery or something like that, which I couldn't get into, obviously. I'd gone to the meet and greet that day, and you know, I don't think I even really got to meet him that really, but that night of the show, I'm at home, I'm in my room, laying down, just watching TV, you know, and then I hear the door open, I hear my dad, hey, you know, he's like, hey, I brought someone. And so, this motherfucker, bro, I'm in my room, on my bed. In the doorway walks Layzie. You know what I mean? And I'm totally caught off guard, of course. And starstruck. And he's like, hey, little homie, you know, your pop's been taking care of me, and you said you really wanted to go to the show but couldn't. So, hey, man, get your shit, man. You rolling with us. And so I'm like, okay. So, we're out. This is that night. We take off. Their tour bus is right outside our house. And, shit, I think I grabbed anything I could, music-wise. I think I had a little burnt CD with, like, this beat that I had just made on my dad's program. And, get on the tour bus with him, man, kicking it. Him and DJ Ice. And, at one point, my dad tells him, you know, that I'm big into rap, I'm rapping, I'm making beats. He's like, oh, word, you know. And he saw that I had the CD on me, and he's like, put that on, throw that on. And so they put on the CD, and drunk ass Layzie Bone, man, starts freestyling on my beat, my trash ass beat. That's a 14-year-old's beat. That's just figuring out. But he was freestyling to it for a while. You know what I mean? Until we got to the hotel in Eureka. So from Arcata to Eureka, kicking it. And that was big. He's a good dude in that sense, man. Like, he knew that would be the world to me, man. And he did that. And then when he was leaving, he pulled me aside. He looked me in my eyes. He's like, man, keep doing your thing, man. I'm going to be looking out for you. I'm going to be looking out for your name. I'm going to be expecting to hear you do your thing, like, in the years to come, man. And so that stuck out to me. So that was the first night. Now, where the story actually revolves around is coming up. That's the next day, right? They had the day off from the tour. They didn't have to drive anywhere that day. And they just wanted a place to kick it that was low key, they wouldn't get rushed. So my dad invited them all to our house in Arcata. Right there on Wilson Street by a skate park. Fucking the tour bus comes up. It's Layzie Bone. It's some of the Mo Thugs members. It's DJ Ice. And they're kicking it. And they fucking went to Safeway and they bought a bunch of fucking barbecue shit. They bought a little actual pit. And they set up and they're barbecuing at our house. Layzie Bones sets up his Sega Dreamcast in our living room. He's fucking playing NBA in our living room, man. And we're all cooking. We take a big ass group picture in our backyard. I don't have the picture no more, man. Cause back then wasn't like real. I don't think anything was digital yet. It was all like you had to print pictures. So yeah, I lost that. But fuck, all day, I had this legendary rapper in my house. I had just got deep into Bone Thugs too. Like I was real deep into their catalog, man. I think I had just fucking really learned the Art of War album. So this was fucking huge, man. A dude that's worked with Biggie and Tupac in my house. So that's crazy, man. Like those are the moments that were so formative in my coming up in the music, man. Like to this day, I mean, like, see how I'm speaking of it. Like that shit really helped my path, you know. That gave me so much inspiration and just like how, man, these are just people. Sometimes they just do people things. You know what I mean? It was crazy. He ended up leaving his Discman there, right? Never forget this. He left his Discman there, nice at the time, a nice new Sony Discman with an exhibit CD in there. I think it was called Restless. And so I kept it all those years. He left it, and then here we go again. Years later, I'm a young man at this point. Years later, and I'm now opening up for Bone Thugs at the Mateo. And so I come up to Layzie Bone. I'm like, hey, bro, I just wanted to give you this back. You left it in my house back in 01. And he fucking, it was one of those moments where he's like, what? I see his eyes just grow. He knew exactly. I'm like, yeah, bro, you barbecued at our house, man. And you left this here, and I've been keeping it safe for you ever since. And you took it back. It was just he was just super appreciative of it. And just, you know, those moments, man. I love that. Years later, coming full circle and me re-meeting these motherfuckers later and being like, hey, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this, and this fucking helped me in so many fucking ways, man. So yeah, shout out to Layzie Bone, bro. That was the craziest shit ever, man. Like, you imagine a 14-year-old going back to school that next Monday and being like, guess what the fuck happened to me? Oh, and I had that picture back then. Yeah, I was a cool motherfucker for a few weeks, for sure. Yeah. So, Layzie Bone showing up at my house, taking me on his tour bus, freestyling to my beat, coming back the next day, barbecuing, playing Sega. It's crazy, man. Crazy. And this all happened right here in Arcata, Humboldt County. Happened to your boy, all right? So that was another story, man. I hope you enjoyed it. I got plenty more, man. Plenty more. But, yeah. And these are, you know, I ain't trying to tell negative stories. I like to tell cool, just kind of starstruck stories, you know. We got some shit, but yeah, I thought you'd like that one, man. That's one of my favorites. So yeah, until next time, it's Hiway. You know where it is, man. Subscribe if you haven't, man. Let's go.